Hey guys, good morning. Today we have a busy day. I have 5 kids with me. I have my kids and then my niece and my nephew. Soon when Jane goes to school, I only have 4 kids when I watch my niece and nephew, but for now I have 5. And my nephew is taking a nap and the kids just got done eating breakfast. And I thought today I could film an ultimate clean with me video. I'm gonna be filming today with no makeup because I don't feel like putting makeup on, but I do have a ton to clean. Chris is also about to show up any minute. He's been out of town. He was supposed to come home last night, but his flight got canceled. So he had to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to get home, and he has a full day of work. So there's a lot going on today. I think we're gonna try to make some bath bombs with the kids. So that's gonna make a huge mess. Say hi.
Hi.
So anyways, I'm just gonna take you guys along with all the things that we need to clean. There's already messes in the kids' rooms. I'm gonna clean up breakfast. All of that, I gotta clean out the garage today, the back porch. So I'm just gonna take you guys with me. This is gonna be an ultimate all day clean with me. So are you ready? Because I am. So like I've mentioned many times before in these cleaning videos, I always feel like I have to start in the kitchen. We had just finished breakfast. Like I said, my niece and my nephew were here and the kitchen was a disaster. So I like to have the kitchen cleaned, and once the kitchen is cleaned, I feel like I can move on to the other parts of the house, especially because if I'm gonna be cleaning all day and then it's all of a sudden time for me to make lunch or make dinner, it's nice to have a clean and organized kitchen for that. I did have a lot of stuff on the counter to remind me to do things or things that we needed to do. You can see the baseballs in Jackson's glove. We had just gotten him his stuff for baseball. There was a towel there that my brother had given back to us, and things that just needed to be put away or a spot for it. So not only was the kitchen messy from breakfast, it's just messy in general from just kind of being like our main hub of the house and where we just keep everything usually. Now we are in Jane's room and we didn't really have much to clean. We were kind of just getting ready for the day. She needed to get dressed. You can see that she made a tent. This tent is still up and it kind of makes the room look really cluttered and messy, but she likes it. So I just moved that one blanket up. We make her bed, which is really easy because she only really sleeps with 2 small blankets, and she is learning to make her bed herself. So you can see here she's folding her blankets all by herself. It does take her a very long time, but in order for her to learn, she has to keep doing it. So eventually she'll be able to do it a lot quicker than this, but we're just in her room getting her room ready for the day. Don't wanna pick a fight with everything seems so good. I guess I can't help myself. Would you call me if I'm in the dark? I'm calling up 'cause I'm right under the stars. Would you run? One of the chores I needed to get done was to vacuum the stairs. So I just take my handheld Dyson and I go up the stairs with the big unit, I don't know what to call it, the attachment, and then I go down the stairs with the smaller attachment and get like the corners of the stairs. So you can see here that we made the bath bombs and it was a disaster, but the bath bombs were really fun to make. The kids had a really good time, but there was stuff all over. So the best way I could clean was to just get everything off the table and wipe the table down first, and then clean the dishes part of it, and also vacuum, because basically I just put everything on the floor. There's already stuff on the floor, but to wipe the table and the chairs off, I just wiped it onto the floor. So then I definitely needed to vacuum. this is what the kitchen looked like after we ate lunch. A disaster. Oh, and I also actually pre-made dinner, so that's why it looks even more messy. We made stuffed peppers, and so I made those ahead of time. That way we just had to stick them in the oven whenever we were ready. So that really helped out for the dinner time portion, but it made kind of a bigger mess during the lunchtime, which is fine. And you can see our bath bombs sitting there too. They had to dry out. So I'm just doing the dishes and just cleaning off the counter again, getting the house and the kitchen ready for quiet time and the rest of the day.
Might be the one that truly got me. Might be it too. You might be the one that truly got me. Might be it too. Might be it too. You might be the one that truly got me.
The next place to clean was the playroom. If you guys have been following me for a while, we try to do like a reset right at quiet time. Only Piper ever takes a nap anymore, and she rarely takes a nap, but we still do have quiet time during the day, especially now that Jane is back in school. And so we like to have the playroom cleaned and the kids' rooms cleaned as much as possible, and our living room at quiet time, and then we do another good clean at the end of the day. You can see the kids come join me here in a second. They do try to help me clean, but sometimes it's just a lot faster if I do it myself. But I do have them in the room with me, and they watch me or they help me as much as they can. So that's that. I know if you guys have kids, you understand too. A lot of times it just is a lot faster to do it yourself. floor spot in the playroom to clean because the kids love having the kitchen facing the wall because they like to pretend like they're serving out from that little hole in the kitchen. And so I can never get my body back there. So I have to actually move the kitchen, then clean back there, and then move it back. And as you can see, the kids were kind of just standing there in the way of the camera. That's okay. And Jane and I were having a conversation whether we wanted to put all of the plates and bowls into that bin that you see, because that bin is actually a tea set. But I was thinking it would be a lot easier if we could just put all of the cups and plates, but she did not want that, so that's what we were talking about. But now the kitchen is back in place and all cleaned up. This spot next to the stairs always has stuff next to it because we put things here that need to go upstairs or to the girls' rooms, or the kids drop their stuff there. So I cleaned that up real fast, and then it was time to finally vacuum up from lunch. I usually do this as I'm cleaning the kitchen, but somehow we made it upstairs before that. So I'm finally cleaning up the crumbs. The kids make so many crumbs during lunch, probably because we have crackers most times for lunch. And that's okay because I like to, again, have like a restart. So vacuuming a little bit or even having the robot vacuum go during quiet time is what I usually do. So once it was safe to go back outside, even though it was super humid and you can't see anything that I'm doing, I went back in obviously after that lightning and thunder for about 30 minutes. But here in the south, the rain just goes away real fast. So I was able to come back out and clean this porch. Usually what I do is just clean off the couch a little bit and that table that you saw me doing or could kind of see me do. I clean off those black rails. I do a vacuum and a mop out here. And I do that about once a month, and I just like it because I don't like when we walk out here in bare feet and the floor feels really nasty. I know that it's a porch and it's technically outside, but I like to have it clean and take care of the tile on the ground, so that's what I'm doing. And it does take a while because it's a big space, but it's totally worth it to have a clean porch. Now it is after dinner, and we didn't really do anything else cleaning wise for the rest of the day after you saw me clean the porch. I really wanted to clean the garage, but I did not have time, especially with that rainstorm. I had to take like a break. I couldn't do anything outside, obviously. So I didn't get to clean the garage, but I am cleaning up from dinner, and I say this all the time. This is usually when Chris kind of hangs out with the kids, and I like to get the kitchen cleaned and done before the kids are in bed. That way, once they're in bed, I can get other things done or spend time with Chris and just be done for the day. So he kind of takes them and does their own thing or puts them in the bath. It just depends on what day it is and how long it took us to eat. But we didn't have that many dishes because I cooked ahead those stuffed bell peppers. And so it was a quick clean up for dinner, and I just clean up the dishes and wipe the counter down and get the kitchen ready for the next day. That's pretty much it for our ultimate clean video today. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give a thumbs up and be on the lookout for another video this week. I know I skipped last week. We were just super busy, so I'm gonna give you guys 2 cleaning videos this week, and then hopefully we'll be back on schedule. I appreciate you guys, I love you guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.